Justin Roiland did get arrested. Yes, I know. This was a surprise to most people, but apparently this is actually a case that's existed since 2020, and now he's been arrested for it. He was charged with domestic battery and false imprisonment in May 2020 after an incident with a woman he was dating, according to a criminal complaint. And I'd never heard of this till today, like most people. Thanks to the resub, San and someone else. False imprisonment, basically holding someone against their will. That's usually what that refers to. There's a criminal complaint which charges Roiland with 1 felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and 1 felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, or deceit. It occurred January 19th, 2020 against an anonymous Jane Doe who was dating Roiland at the time. Initially pled not guilty to both charges in October, and there's now been more than a dozen hearings, including pretrial hearings. $50,000 bond. Yeah, it's not good. What was he known for? Rick and Morty is what most people know him for, but it actually extends beyond that. He's the guy who completely changed most people's entire sense of humor. So for a lot of shows and a lot of other like comedic writing, it all followed his formula of like over-explaining a joke to make it the joke. So like drawing it out, like really long like explanations, like High on Life, for example, his newest game. You're really gonna shoot that kid? Oh my god, you just shot that kid. Shooting kids is really bad, but you just shot that kid. I mean, I know most games don't let you shoot kids, but you just shot that kid. Wow, that's gonna scar us. Wow, I'm never gonna forget that image of you shooting that kid. So that became like kind of the trend. But I like Rick and Morty. I didn't like High on Life. So it's really hit or miss really for me. But yeah, he's been a big figure in really the mainstream humor of entertainment and properties. I think there's some Orange, Derek, Rigo, Dizzy, and Frebby. What about his other show, Solar Opposites? I only watched like 2 episodes. I didn't really like it. People talking like he died. Well, his career kind of does if he's found guilty. Because he is Rick and Morty. Like, without Justin Roiland, there is no Rick and Morty. Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Rose. Thanks for that. And the resub D, and Bits Dog, and Sinchi, and Huge. You see Bill Clinton kid making fun of OnlyFans model? Oh, you talking about, God, what's his name? Matan, I think? Yeah, I saw that. And yeah, I know Periphery's got some new tracks out. He sold NFTs. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, right here. Always liked Dan Harmon more. Hey, that's totally fine. I did not. Dan Harmon is like a decent writer for jokes, but man, that guy cannot actually be humorous at all outside of like pen and paper. I watched God, it wasn't a podcast. I think it was just like a show he does from time to time. Fuck me, it was so hard to watch. Like every time he tried to like make a joke, it just did not land. But he is a good writer. I do like Dan Harmon's writing, I agree. He's the Prime Yellow, Inexact, and the Resub YK, and Insane. Oh, was it a podcast? Yeah, maybe it was just a podcast that also had a video element to it. I've seen all of them, dog. I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. He's the Resub Billy. Do you think Rick and Morty will be cancelled altogether if he's found guilty? No, it's too big of a cash cow. They'll just try and find someone to replace Justin Roiland if he's found guilty. Thanks to Tier 1 Rose. And that won't work. It'll just whittle away over time.